How's it going, everyone? I am the Yu-Gi-Oh! Scrub, but you all can call me Bailey. I just woke up, my hair's a mess. I have no more content ready to go for you guys, so I need to record something so I can put it up today, record a couple videos after that so you guys have that juicy, insatiable urge for the content that you need. You guys can see what we're playing today. Probably should have posted this for Halloween. I think it was one of the GOAT channels post a Skull Servant video on Halloween. I thought, hey, that seems like a lot of fun. I'm going to build a Skull Servant deck in Edison format. So here we are. We got triple Skull Servant. You gotta run 3. Triple Lady in White because it counts as a Skull Servant. It's the only other one in Edison format. We don't have all the support yet. And then triple King of the Skull Servants. You could maybe run 2 just because it isn't great on its own. It's the best card. It's your beat stick. It's the win condition, basically. But it doesn't count itself as a Skull Servant while it's engraved, and so it kind of is a dead draw if you draw 2 or 3 of them at the same time. Regardless, we're going to run 3. 2 Caius. You got to run the Dark Greffer. Just pump those Skull Servants into the grave. You can discard 1, send another. It's the best card. Since King of the Skull Servants is a zombie, you got to run 2 Goblin Zombie, 1 Mizuki, 1 Plague, and I'm only running double Pyramid Turtle. I thought 2 would be a little bit too much because I'm also running 2 Super Nimble Mega Hamster and 3 YuGiOh for some mills. The Pyramid Turtle and the Hamsters help support the Caiuses, which is really good. Also, the Lady in White has a beefy 2200 defense, so you can set that off and tribute over it for Caius. I don't want too many. We also have triple Book of Life and an Allure of Darkness. Book of Life, great graveyard control, as well as just getting back your King of the Skull Servant, getting back a Goblin Zombie for tribute fodder. It does whatever you need it to do. Foolish Burial, Heavy Storm, MST, 1-for-1, just good staple spells and traps. We also got the other spells and traps, our staples: Judgment, Torrential Tribute, Mirror Force, Dust Shoot, and 2 Phoenix Wing, because obviously we have a lot of cards we don't mind discarding. Side deck, I threw it together. Extra deck, I threw it together. Let's make sure this is default and saved. It is. Let's go ahead and enter the duel zone. See if we send anyone to the Shadow Realm today. Click this button so you guys get a better view. Take a sip of my smoothie. I don't know if any of you saw. I doubt it because there was only like 41 viewers, but E3 Yu-Gi-Oh!, which I'm sure most of you are probably familiar with, considering you're watching Edison content right now, was doing a live stream yesterday with a Flamvel gadget deck. Thought it was really funny, and I'm not saying he copied me at all. It's not that hard of a concept to come up with, but I posted a video about it 2 days ago, and I was chatting the live chat a little bit, which I don't typically do. But he was like, oh, and he was critiquing me because I'm the Yu-Gi-Oh! Scrub, and you guys are here for my amazing personality. You're not here. Make sure I send my opponent some fun too, but you're not here for great Yu-Gi-Oh! Gameplay. And I appreciate it. I can't remember who it was, but someone saying like, the branding is that I'm a scrub. E3 was like, I don't know if I'd follow someone saying that they're a scrub. And I personally think I don't care because I'm trying to tell you what I really am. Alright, we're going to Heavy Storm. Just get rid of this Dimensional Fissure. Because I want to make sure that this YuGiOh stays. So we'll YuGiOh, and do we Judgment? No, I don't think we Judgment. The thought process being that I can stop whatever normal summon he goes with. A Banisher of the Radiance would probably be the worst, just looking at the Dimensional Fissure. And Judgment would be really good against that, but 4,000 life points right off the get-go just to get a YuGiOh. Okay, he summons Helios, the Primordial Sun. I give him YuGiOh after he creature swaps. Okay, let's see here. So I think I'm going to Allure of Darkness, which I just drew for turn. And I draw 1-for-1 and MST. The question is, I think I banish the Greffer, obviously. I don't want to say obviously, but I think I banish the Greffer. Let's MST the Dimensional Fissure, tribute, and get rid of my own YuGiOh, which is unfortunate, but I think it's fine. I'd rather get the Caius on board. And I will set Judgment now, just for any weird shenanigans that could ensue. Like another creature swap or something along those lines. So he's playing a banished deck. Heavy Storm, that's fine. I draw Plague Spreader. We'll just go ahead and attack with the Caius. And I think we'll set Phoenix Wing and end now that we have Plague as a decent discard fodder. Okay, I draw Skull Servant. So let's go ahead and Phoenix Swing, discarding Plague. And now let's 1-for-1 pitching Skull Servant for King. And it was a Torrential, god damn it. Alright, we'll just end. I really was hoping that that wasn't Torrential. Okay, we draw Mirror Force, so I have good defense. I'm feeling like I'm in an okay position. We get a YuGiOh, another good card. So it's a pretty resilient deck with these last two top decks. And I draw Pyramid Turtle. We'll go ahead and flip someone, declare, and let's target the first set. Alright, but I'll still mill 3 after he econs. And I get 2 Ladian Whites. And we'll attack for 1200 with Pyramid Turtle. So I'm feeling pretty good here. Pyramid Turtle could get me a Goblin Zombie. It could get me a King of Skull Servants. If I actually now can get the King of Skull Servants myself. I think I just want to go ahead and attack. Sorry, guys, I had something on my tongue. I don't know if you saw that. It was a little gross. I had to grab it off my tongue. You guys ever have that? I know it's just like pieces of food, but out of nowhere, you're just like, where did this thing come from that wasn't there 2 seconds ago? DD Scout Plane. Yeah, I just have to let this go. No reason to expend a Mirror Force. Alright, he creature swaps. I say we Book of Life, targeting King of Skull Servants and his Helios. We'll change. Actually, Scout Plane, let's keep an attack. And this is 3,000. Enemy Controller. Alright, that'll go to defense. And might as well then just change the Scout Plane to defense as well. Don't give him something to attack over. He obviously will attack over the Pyramid, with the Pyramid Turtle, attack over the King of Skull Servants. He tributes for Caius. And he banishes the King of Skull Servants. And we'll just Mirror Force this Caius. Let's go ahead and I think we'll activate another Book of Life. Okay, and he scoops up that game. I figured it was going to go through and hadn't seen much to stop it. Thinking that putting 2 monsters on board, knowing he had no TT, 2 monsters that could attack for game would be better than 1 in case he only had 1 form of interruption, which he seemed to have. Alright, saw Caius. Want to bring in Dust Tornadoes, I think, because of his monsters. Maybe over 1 YuGiOh, 1 Hamster. Do I want to... Mask of Restrict could be interesting. Wouldn't let him tribute for Econ or for Archias. Maybe we do one Mask of Restrict over Book of Life, considering he might be banishing a bunch of monsters. I don't like Dust Shoot. Let's bring in the other Mask of Restrict. Let's go with this and see how it goes. I'm not too afraid of this Helios deck. Been recording for 10 minutes, already on game 2. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. This wonderful Saturday, November 2nd, that I'm recording this, and I think it'll go up today as well. If you guys aren't having a fantastic day, go and make it a fantastic day, and then you can come back and finish the video. He sets one back row and ends. Okay. Do I pro set heavy? I think I might just pro set heavy. Unfortunately, Greffer have 6 plus cards. I mean, all 3 of the Lady in White and Skull Servants plus Plague Spreader that I wouldn't mind drawing to then send with Greffer, and I don't draw any of them. I could allure. Let's allure. Drawing Restrict and Pyramid Turtle. Okay. I'm happy that I allured. We'll banish King of the Skull Servants. And we'll go ahead and just summon Pyramid Turtle and try to attack. Now the question is, do I pro set heavy or do I set Dust Tornado? I'll set Dust Tornado. Worried that... Okay, it is a Macrocosmos. And that lets him special summon the Primordial Sun from the deck. And that's 100 attack. Cyber Valley. Okay. He's going to banish both Primordial Sun and Cyber Valley to draw 2 cards. He's already expended his normal summon, though. Maybe a Cyber Dragon or something? We'll go ahead. I think we can just end the turn. I think we can normal summon this, and alright. I'll chain Dust Tornado so it hits macro. And Goblin Zombie will get us... Do we go with a Plague? And darn it, did it really do this stupid thing again where the ad disappears and now it's all messed up? Why does it do this, Dueling Book? Can you just commit to either having an ad or not having an ad? I apologize, everyone. Move myself right there. Alright, what do we want to grab, though? Plague Spreader would be decent. Yeah, we'll go Plague. I've already normal summoned. So we'll set Mask of Restrict and end. Probably shouldn't have done that because a Heavy Storm kind of interferes with it. Let's take another sip of protein shake. Had some eggs this morning. Some eggs, some cheddar cheese, a little bit of rice. All in a little burrito. Too much eggs to rice, though. The ratio was way off. Okay. I like this. We'll go ahead and activate Heavy Storm. I'll take this. Starlight Road. Fine by me. I think we can go ahead, activate Mask of Restrict, normal summon Greffer, Okay, no response. We'll declare Greffer, pitching Plague. See if he hasn't. Okay, no response to that. And I think we just send probably a Skull Servant. Yeah, just a Skull Servant. I think then let's go ahead and attack the face down. It was a Plague of his own. And then we'll top deck. Special the Plague. And try to synchro, I think, for a YuGiOh. Didn't want to do this in main phase 1 because I was a little worried about there being a Mirror Force or some sort of back row that could deal with this. Allure of Darkness, I suppose I've seen Econs though, and that actually would just get over this YuGiOh very easily. Which is not ideal, obviously. Putting the YuGiOh on the field basically because Stardust Dragon can't attack over it. Just so you guys can see, he has 4 cards in hand. I'll say that out loud since you can't see his hand anymore, unfortunately, because Dueling Book is dumb. Alright, so he's going to sync off with my YuGiOh. Did not play this game well at all. But I suppose with some decent draws, we could stay in it. So we goes ahead and activates Dimensional Fissure, synchroing off for a level 8 synchro, Thought Ruler Archfiend. $1,800 and $2,700. Okay. Take a buttload of damage. And that's game. There's nothing we can do here. That's right, we had top decked the Caius. Okay. I don't like the Mask of Restricts. I do like the Dust Tornadoes. What would be good here? Maybe definitely Dust Shoot over a Restrict. And then maybe YuGiOh over the other one. Just because YuGiOh can pop back rows. We'll go with this. At least when it does get rid of the ad, all you guys really miss out on is seeing the hand. I just hate that it changes. I just want it to commit to one. Okay, opening hand. Dust Shoot, Caius, Dark Armed, Mega Hamster, Lady in White, MST. I like my hand a lot. Let's go ahead and set Mega Hamster, set Dust Shoot, set Space Typhoon. And we will Dust Shoot his 6-card hand. Okay. We'll go ahead and get rid of the Cyber Valley. Although I don't love typing out the hands, I do want to do it here because it feels pretty important. So he is. Fader is the only monster in hand, which is fine by me. That's no big deal at all. He activates just Dimensional Fissure. I think the play here is going to be flip Mega Hamster, declare, special summon YuGiOh, set the YuGiOh, force him to have use the fader, which he might do right away. No, he just takes the 1100, fine by me. I'll set Phoenix Wing, and I think just end there. I don't want to ever, like I was thinking about tributing the Caius for the Defissure, but then he would absolutely just fade a Banisher of the Radiance. Okay, that's fine. Unfortunately, Phoenix Wing, it's... yeah, he shuffled his deck. So all he's got to do is just special summon the Banisher and then put it back on top. That's no big deal. He does set another back row. Sets 2 back row. Let's see if I can hit... I hit the Starlight. Okay. So YuGiOh... I'm thinking, let's go ahead and... okay, so he macros, he's going to special summon the monster, which is actually good, because flip summon will target Defissure. And it gets destroyed, so I mill a Pyramid Turtle. Yep. And that's at 300. We'll attack over. And I'm not going to let him use the Fader, so I'll just set Solemn Judgment and end. Okay, here. What do we want to do? Let's just go ahead and normal summon Goblin Zombie. Change the YuGiOh to defense, and we'll go ahead and just try to attack. He's obviously going to Fader. Unless he, for whatever reason, wants to mill a monster. He Faders. And we'll just end. If he creature swaps, I actually just let it go through. He creature swaps for the Goblin Zombie. That's fine. Think on summon. I'll go ahead and just pay 4,000 life points and get rid of that Cyber Valley. So creature swap in hand, which is A-okay by me. I'll get this Goblin Zombie back. He does get rid of the YuGiOh. And then he'll creature swap. Okay. Decent play by him. Pretty good play by him, won't lie. Though I get Mirror Force, so we'll just change Goblin to defense, set Lady in White, and set a back row. Does he attack the Goblin Zombie? I will Mirror Force. And I draw Heavy Storm. Well, it's Heavy Storm right away. And attack for 1100, declare the effect, he will mill. which is good. He mills DD Survivor, getting rid of one monster that could get over this. I will then summon Plague, Synchro Plague, and Goblin for... Do we go Brio? I think we probably go Brio. Draw ourselves, or not draw, but with Goblin. Get ourselves, do we go Mizuki, or do we go a King? Or do we go Pyramid Turtle? Or another Goblin Zombie. Let's go Mizuki. Attack for 23. Gores. Nope, no Gores, and we'll just end. He's got 2 cards in hand. And I draw King of the Skull Servants. Declare, discard, send his back row back to his hand. Declare, banish, we'll special summon the Plague, flip summon, synchro with the Plague and Lady in White for, let's go Android, get some life points back. If it ever wants to let me special summon. Did he quit? Gotta love the Dueling Book lag. To lose connection right as the game's about to end. And the ad's back, though. God, don't you guys just love Dueling Book? Isn't it the best website to ever exist? No problems. We'll say. It's probably my favorite way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, so he quit. GG's. Yep, we were going to make Android and then attack for game. Let's go ahead and do one more. One more duel, one more match. We're 28 minutes in. I like to give you guys at least a 40-minute video. That's kind of my go-to minimum. Obviously, some days when I'm a bit more rushed for time, I go a little less. The cat just went into the closet for some reason. Okay, this is not a fantastic opening hand. We got Double King, Lady in White, Raikou, MST, Book of Life. We'll set Raikou and end. Hopefully milling a couple of Skull Servants and Lady in Whites. Darkward Dealings. We'll discard Lady in White. Okay, he discards Whitestone. So I'm going to have to keep in mind that's one discarded dragon. I have my fingers down below where you guys can't see, but yeah, let's do it up here. 1. And I'm just going to pop his Red Eyes Wyvern after he normal summons. Milling Skull Servant, Dark Grepher, Pyramid Turtle. And he draws 1 in end phase. Okay. Let's go ahead. We'll Book of Life. Targeting the Pyramid Turtle. And banishing his Red Eyes Wyvern. And let's just go ahead and attack. Maybe he's got a Gores. Nope, no Gores. And we will, I think, set the Judgment. If he trade-ins, I'll probably Judgment. Considering that one Super Rejuve is already gone. I feel like Dragon Turbo, if you can stop those big pushes, is obviously how you win. I mean, you win by stopping everything. And the cat's now getting in my bureau drawer because I left it ajar. Cats are so silly. And my opponent quit. Alright, you guys are getting a third match. It's one thing to play Dragon Turbo. It's a fine deck. No problems at all. He says ciao. I say bonjour, hola. Yep, the cat is just on all of my clothes in the dresser. Okay, what do I want to do here? He set one back row. My opening hand is... she is getting herself, like, wedged into the back of it. She's so funny. Okay, Caius, Torrential Tribute, Skull Serpent, Pyramid Turtle, 1-for-1, Trap, Dust Shoot. Let's go ahead and just summon Pyramid Turtle and attack. And I think we just set Trap, Dust Shoot, and end. And I'll Dust Shoot in the standby. Alright, so he's playing Blackwings. Judgment. Collude. Okay. So he's probably going to want to deprison. He goes ahead, summons Collude with the Black Whirlwind. Better that, though, than getting... Okay, so now he's going to special summon Gale after searching for it. Synchroing for YuGiOh. That's fine. So he's got Deprison Judgment. Okay, the question is here. If Deprison and Judgment, if I 1-for-1, that might bait out the Judgment. If not, then I get a Skull Servant or King of the Skull Servant onto the field, and I can Caius it. But he's absolutely going to then Judgment the Caius. But then I'll have Torrential Tribute set, and I think that's fine. So I think the play starts with 1-for-1, and see if it baits out a Judgment. Oppression. Okay, so. Doesn't bait out Judgment. I think we'll go ahead and set Mizuki, set Torrential Tribute. So still Judgment Deprison set. He draws one. He might think this is Pyramid Turtle. Okay, he draws a Collude so we can search for Blizzard. We'll go ahead and activate Torrential Tribute, forcing his Judgment out. Yep. Fine by me. So he's at 3,000 life points. He will search for a Blizzard. Maybe search for Vayu. So then he can discard it with Brionic. Yep. And return what he believes to be the Pyramid Turtle to hand. And he hits me for 14 and 23. So we know it's a Deprison in hand. Though I have to make a play here. If we go ahead, summon Pyramid Turtle, attack, he'll deprison. If we summon Mizuki, attack, he'll deprison. I mean, yeah, we don't really have any great way of getting game here, but we'll see if anything can go through. Yeah, he's just going to deprison. Okay. So, what do we have against Blackwings? Bottomless are pretty good. I like Dust Tornado. Book of Life isn't too important, though, and keep them off level 4s for Blizzard. Get rid of maybe one king. Maybe Foolish. MST is good. Maybe one Hamster, one Raikou. Pulling the rug would be good only against Blizzard. And I didn't even see a Blizzard. I'm sure he's playing it, but we'll go ahead and just finish our siding like that. Okay. We'll set Lady in White, set Dust Tornado, set Mirror Force. I have to risk the Heavy Storm. There's a chance he's not playing it, though I feel like he's going to drop it right now. Black Whirlwind. I will Dust Tornado the Black Whirlwind to stop that chain from going. He summons a Boar the Spear. He Nobleman of Crossouts. Okay. Unfortunate. I will eat 1,700. I don't think Mirror Forcing this right away is the best bet. Okay. Now I will set Goblin Zombie and end. Hopefully next turn he summons a monster. I can Mirror Force it along with the Bora. And then I'll be able to tribute over Goblin Zombie. He doesn't summon, but I can still Mirror Force the Bora. So 1 back row, 3 cards in hand. He does, of course he's got the double freaking Heavy Storm, or not Heavy Storm, double Black Whirlwind. Alright, he searches for a Blizzard, and I draw. Now I'm getting all my Skull Servants. Let's go ahead, activate Heavy Storm. Does he... No Starlight Road. And we will banish, and we're gonna search for probably a king. Can't search for Pyramid Turtle. It's either Mizuki or king. Or Plague. We'll go king. Unfortunately, he's going to make a YuGiOh here, but there was really no play. I had to get rid of that. Yep, so he's going to summon Blizzard. Maybe should have sided in DD Crows. He's going to sink off. Making YuGiOh. I'll take 400. He gets my Caius. YuGiOh is such a broken card. How the hell did this ever pass any sort of testing? Okay. This is fine. Draw Greffer. Declare. Pitch. Let's send. We actually can send Plague. And then make our own YuGiOh. Declare, we'll top deck. And make a Brionek. And attack over Arceus. Okay, so he has 2 cards drawing into 3, but we get a King of Skull Servants next turn. He's going to book a Moon. Nope, he colludes. Okay, so that's 34, 23. We take 1100. I have the math right. 34 minus 23. Okay, he's thinking. What is he going to search? 1500 or less attack. I would probably go... maybe Gale? No, he goes Vayu. I'll eat another 800. This is 2000. We'll go ahead and attack. And just end. He draws a card. He's got Android plus a card in hand. I have a King of the Skull Servants at 2000. 400. I will declare and banish 1 Skull Servant, bringing him back at 1000 attack, mostly because I could get a Caius potentially. I get a Book of Life. Does this do anything? Unfortunately not. Though I do think I'm going to... okay. And that would remain engraved. Unfortunate. Book of... okay, true. Yep, Goblin Zombie gets banished. That remains. I have to bring back King of the Skull Servants, just in case I get another Caius. He sets a back row and ends. I get a Skull Servant. So he's getting back a bunch of life points. He does get rid of the King of Skull Servants finally. He sets another back row. Goes to end. Draw Mizuki. Set the Mizuki. The grind game, I feel like, favors him. Even though zombies usually have a pretty decent grind game. Just because a lot of their stuff wants to be destroyed. If I was to get some decent back row here, the Caius, I don't feel like I'm out of it. It's just going to take a lot. And of course, every turn that he's gaining life points. Well, Foolish. Sending. Probably a Lady in White. Just in case we draw a Skull Servant. 3 cards in hand. Hits me for 24. I draw a Lady in White. Creature swap could be interesting in this deck. We'll Trap Dust Shoot. Alright, we'll go ahead, get rid of the Blizzard. The Shura. Same things. Getting rid of the Blizzard because the Shura, oh my goodness, getting rid of the Shura because a Blizzard could summon it back, though it doesn't really matter. The Boar, I'm thinking you'd have to tribute over it. Alright, finally, gain a Raikou. Don't show hand. Shuffle, no. Can't shuffle with one card. Alright, flip. Let's finally freaking pop this Android. Milling, Torrential Tribute, MST, Book of Life. Drawing a King of the Skull Servants. It is 1, 2, 3,000. Does he have a D prison? He does not. Okay. So, we're not back in the game. But if we were to win this, it would be pretty insane. Okay. GG's. Alright, let's go and look at the deck. I was hoping for a second there that we were going to have an incredible comeback. But you're not going to come back when you have nothing but a 3,000 beater on the field and they have 7 cards in hand and like 3 on field. You know, you're not going to come back from that kind of card disadvantage. But honestly, the deck performed a little better than I thought it would. I think it's really fun. Is it better than other forms of zombie decks? No. You just have too many bricks with the Skull Servants. But in a weird way, I like having the bricks because it allows you to just run things like Triple Greffer, Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, and know that when you draw Skull Servant in hand, it's not going to do anything. It literally is there just to be discard fodder. Sometimes I run into the paralyzation of choices where you have a card in hand that you could discard, you don't necessarily want to, maybe it's a good normal summon, and you just kind of get paralyzed with choices because you don't know what the best one is, and I don't like thinking through my plays. You know, I am a scrub. I am not good at this game. I just play for fun and play pretty quickly. But this, it is perfect for me because I look at a Skull Servant, look at a Lady in White and go, yep, I will just set you because I have no other option, or I will discard you and make a big beefy beat stick in King of the Skull Servant. I like King of the Skull Servant because it can bring itself back too. It kind of works with a Kais as well. Yeah, I'd say this is a middle of the pack deck. I think a really good pilot could probably not win anything major with this, but, you know, a little 8-man tournament, I think they could make it to the finals, depending on what the other people are playing. But obviously, if it was actually any good, you would see people running it, playing it, and winning with it. But thank you all for watching. That's my video for today. I think I'm going to go and record Progression Edison number 2 right after this. So if you don't know that, that's where I'm opening one of every pack and side set, building a deck slowly but surely, and seeing how I can do playing some Edison on ladder. Only 1 episode so far. I built the deck for episode 2, just got to play with it. But I think it's pretty fun. You know, it's interesting seeing what kinds of decks you can build using only one of each pack every week. So thank you all for watching. Check that out. Should be up tomorrow if you want to see something like that. And have a great day. Thank you for watching and goodbye.